But when I think about them now, like William is like my best friend right now. You know, for me, if I had the opportunity, I'd definitely restart and do things a hell of a lot different from what I've done. Yeah, absolutely.
How come?
Absolutely. I talked about this on a previous podcast. For me, university was not all it was cracked up to be.
Oh, yeah.
I think if I had the opportunity again, I'd try and work on a skill set, whether it was being a plumber or a carpenter or a mechanic, something that is transferable anywhere in the world. But I just think I think I would have traveled a lot more when I was younger. I think I would have, you know, for me, the first time I lived overseas was when I was 21 and it was here in Korea. Then
what did you originally come to do at the beginning?
I came as an exchange student.
Oh, okay.
So
being a student brought you here, right?
Yeah, which is fine. But I think I look at a lot of my friends who went and on a working holiday to like England and lived there for 2 years or, you know, traveled around Europe. I didn't do it. I'd never gone on a backpacking holiday in my life. Now that I'm in my 40s, it's a little bit late to say, let's go backpacking and stay in a youth hostel and do all that kind of stuff. Like, I missed out on that and I really regret it. And I think part of that was at a young age, I wasn't as independent as I should have been. Like, I didn't get my driver's license until I was like 20. So I didn't have a car when I was 18, like a lot of friends. I wasn't working as much as they were. I think if I went back, I'd change a lot of that. I think I'd try and be a better person. I was kind of an asshole growing up. Like, I wasn't the best student. I think I should have gone back and maybe like enjoyed high school for what it was. I was too busy getting drunk.
In high school?
Yeah, like in Australia, when you're 18, you can drink. So in my last year of high school, I turned 18 in July. So half the year's gone and now I'm legal. It just it killed any academic chance I had. Even if I didn't go to university, I think I should have made more effort in high school. Relationships, I'd be more outgoing, I think, as well. Like, growing up, I just wasn't confident talking to women. I think I missed out on so many opportunities to have maybe not amazing relationships, but, you know, opportunities.
That's crazy that you have so many things that you would want to change.
Oh, man. But I think, you know, retrospect, there's so many things you can think about. I'd also want to have children earlier in life. I was like 40 when I had my first boy. You know, if I went back in time, I'd be like, damn, in my mid-20s, I'd be like, let's have kids.
But what if living like that, going back and changing the things that, you know, you decided to do, what if that meant like you don't have William and Bentley and you're not married?
That's what I was thinking about.
Things like
right?
that.
Like that's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking. Like if I lived my life differently, doesn't mean that, you know, my life would be totally different right now.
And that's, I guess that's the risk you run. I think, and like now that you've said that, that would be, that's kind of traumatic. Like if I didn't meet William and Bentley, and chances are if I'd married another woman, I wouldn't have. They'd be two different children. But when I think about them now, like William is like my best friend right now. Like Bentley's almost there, but like William and I we communicate at a different level to what Bentley does. Like I'd just be like, I think I'd be so depressed. I wouldn't know what to do with my life. Having experienced that, like if I'd never experienced it, I wouldn't know. But yeah, when you rephrase it like that, that's just horrible. Hope you enjoyed the clip. If you did, listen to the full episode on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
And make sure to subscribe to this channel, Dive Studios, and put those notifications on. Hit that bell. Boop, boop, boop.